welcome to the show. Now right now you're kicking it with your man Young Hirsch, and I'm right here in Atlantic Station at Fox Sports Grill to sit down and talk with Justin Hires about his up and coming career in the entertainment industry. So we appreciate you being here, man.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Okay, now you're an up and coming actor and comedian. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you plan to do in this industry.
I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm a mass media major, senior at Clark Atlanta. And basically, I just want to take the entertainment to a whole nother level. I feel like I'm the future of entertainment when it comes to comedy, drama, no matter what it is, producing, directing, writing. I feel like I am the future, and I'm just trying to take it to a whole nother level.
Okay, now I know that you're still climbing the ladder to success, but so far, what has been your biggest break?
My biggest break, I think, was meeting a producer named William Packer, and he's from my hometown, and I got in kind of, life is all about networking, and fortunately enough, I hooked up with him, had an opportunity, went from an extra to being an actor for The Gospel, and that led to my 2 movie roles, The Gospel and Stomp the Yard. So I would say that's definitely been my biggest breakthrough in the industry.
Okay, now tell us about that. What was it like working on the set of Stomp the Yard?
Stomp the Yard was an amazing experience. We all felt like a real brotherhood by the end of the movie. I was able to work with Columbus Short and Neo and some other people, Jermaine Williams, and some Atlanta people too that's trying to come up, Roderick Thomas and Richmond Dwayne Martin. So I just gave y'all a shout out. So you probably get cut out of this interview. but I mean, it was an amazing experience. I had choreography for a month, film for a month, and it was a great experience. I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Now, for those people who are maybe watching at home, you know, you talked about your contacts and the people that you've met here. What can you say about the importance of networking?
Well, networking is obviously important. I feel like one must network to climb up the ladder. People must know who you are. People have to like you and know what you are capable of. But at the same time, you must have talent, because some people network, but you still have to have a certain amount of talent.
Okay, now, as far as whether you're getting material from them or just the contacts that you've been able to make, how do you feel being at Clark Atlanta has impacted your career?
I think Clark Atlanta and Atlanta in general has been great to me. I can't complain. I feel like God put me here for a reason at this university, at Clark Atlanta University. And being here, I was able to have a lot of outside opportunities along with having opportunities from the school. So both ways. If it wasn't for me going to Clark, I wouldn't have been able to do those 2 movies here in Atlanta. And then also, I wouldn't have been able to get hooked up with MTV and MTVU, because they came and, you know, saw a radio show I was doing, MTVU, and from that, you know, they picked me up from that and have me VJing now. So.
And now we actually have some footage of your episode of My Dean's List on MTV, so let's take a look at that right now.
Right now, I'm kicking it in my on-campus apartment, and I'm chilling with my homeboy Chino.
What's up with y'all?
So, Chino, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What artists do you feel best represent Black History Month?
Oh, that's an easy one. Off the top of my head, I could easily think of 3. For one, Eminem. Then we have the Beastie Boys. Then another great one is Justin Timberlake.
Stop.
What's up?
That was the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life.
But
You didn't pass Black History class, did you?
They got a class.
Get out my house.
But
Get up and go.
You want me to...
Get on out, man. Stupid. Listen, none of those artists he just named will be on my top 3. But if you want to see who will, then stay tuned right here, the MTV.
So from watching that, we can obviously see that you're a talented comedian, but do you do any writing or anything like that?
I do writing. I've actually written an entire screenplay. And truly, that's my biggest achievement besides all of the movies and TV shows. Me writing an entire full-length screenplay and getting it copywritten. It hasn't been produced yet, but I'm going to get to that level when I can produce my own material regardless. So I just want to have my scripts ready so I can produce them when I finally have the power and the money to do it. But I write my own comedy, and currently I'm just working on some other things I'm writing on. So.
Okay, and I understand that you've had a lot of opportunities to travel and go to New York, Mexico, different things like that. Recently, MTV flew you to Cancun to tape a segment for Spring Break where you actually interviewed Akon and Young Jeezy. So let's take a look at that footage.
What's up, everybody? It's Justin here on Spring Break 2007 in Cancun, Mexico. And right now I'm standing here with Young Jeezy, who will be performing just a little bit.
What the business is,
So,
homie?
so what's happening with you?
Oh man, what happens in Cancun stays in Cancun, you know?
What happens in Cancun, all my friends gonna know about as soon as I get back to the A.
I ain't telling.
What's up, everybody? It's Justin here from Cancun, Mexico, the place to be for all things music. Right now, I'm standing here with Akon, who will be performing in just a few minutes. Now, I have a couple of questions for you, Akon.
No doubt, let's do it.
All right. Now, did the music you heard while being raised in Africa influence the music you're making now in any way?
Well, not really. It was more my culture that influenced the music.
Okay.
Because at the time I was listening to music Africa, I was so young. Before that, I didn't even know I would be doing music. So
Okay.
it wasn't like I was brought up listening to music saying one day I'm gonna be a star.
So obviously you were having a great time in Mexico. Tell me a little bit about that experience and how that deal came about.
Well, thanks to you, I was able to hook up with MTVU. You was able to tape my Dean's List last minute, and fortunately enough, MTV and MTVU saw my Dean's List, and they thought I would be good to go down to Cancun and BJ. And basically they called me up, told me they was gonna fly me down there for spring break, pay me to go down there and give me spending money. So that's how it came about. I mean, God and networking and everything just came into place. So thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Thank you know.
Okay, but seriously, we often hear different behind-the-scenes things as far as rappers or celebrities having egos and kind of being difficult to work with. Did you have any of those type experiences? How was it working with Akon and Jeezy and the other entertainers that you met there?
Young Jeezy and Akon was cool. Like, they was real cool. They didn't have no egos. They was clowning around and tripping. Young Jeezy was laughing. Young Jeezy laughs. It's amazing. It can't be hard 24/7. But he was real cool. Like, Young Jeezy was cool, Akon was cool. Matter of fact, went out to the club with Akon. He was hosting. He pulled me up on stage with him, and we dancing and stuff like that. So
Together?
with women.
Okay.
Don't ever disrespect me like that on television. So yeah, man, that was cool. Gym Class Heroes, the Academy is. I got to interview them, the Marley brothers, Steven, and Damian Marley. I was able to interview them also.
Okay, now how have you been able to balance school and work?
Well, it hasn't been that hard. Fortunately enough, I've had some professors that's been able to understand what I'm trying to do and trying to accomplish. So they've been able to just catch up on my work when I have to if I need to, but it hasn't been too hard.
Okay, now comedy isn't an easy road to take. Have your parents been supportive of your career choice?
They're my #1 fans. I think they go on my MySpace more than I do, just to see me. But my parents support me a lot. I think I had to kind of prove it to them in the beginning. I think at first they was probably like, I don't really know. And then I started bringing home paychecks. And then they're like, well, you go, boy. You go and do your thing. Keep watching. We'll be back with more of The First Look.